and he's very kindly sent me some more material. Now this is from York. Greetings everyone, welcome to another mail opening and another special mail opening. This is another package of items that's been sent to me from Germany by a viewer of our channel who sent me a package not that long ago which we did vlog, and he's very kindly sent me some more material. Now this is from York, from Germany. Now again, my pronunciation of the name is probably terrible and I apologise profusely, especially as the generosity here is amazing. And also, look at these stamps. Spider-Man, the Hulk, Iron Man and Black Panther. I'd seen these advertised in a stamp magazine that I get, and I thought about trying to get hold of them, but here they are sent to me on this envelope. So here are 4 stamps for my collection, because I collect television and there are Spider-Man, Hulk and Iron Man cartoons that have appeared on TV. Hulk was also a live action TV show, as was Spider-Man. Now, not necessarily brilliant live action TV shows, but nonetheless live action TV shows which were popular. And to be fair, for their time, I don't think were too bad, and I did kind of enjoy them, especially the Spider-Man one. But even without opening this package, I've got 4 stamps there that I am delighted to have received. But let's not wait any longer. Let's open up the bag and see what we have received. I am in expectation here because the last selection that I got sent was phenomenal. So let's put my scissors out of the way, so everything out of the way, and we will open this up. Oh, I can already see there's going to be a lot of stuff here. This is the nice card. The city of Buxtehude really exists, not just in fairy tales. City's 40 kilometres away from my hometown. Have a lot of fun with the unboxing. I most certainly will. And there we go. Right, let's move that envelope out of the way, but put it safe because I want those stamps. Oh, this is a nice little combination of bits and pieces. So that's the one that he's written a nice little message to me on. I'm going to put these over the side here. Let's have a look. Oh, let's take it out of there. Right, let's have a look, see what we've got. This looks like the United Nations building in New York. They have their own postal office in there as well, which you can go in there. Oh yes, the UN, and you can post mail from there. Again, I can't thank enough here because I collect International Telecommunication Union stamps, and this one has the US International Telecommunication stamp from 1965. This obviously went to Germany from the UN. I love New York. I've been there a couple of times. Never been to the UN building. It's one of the places that's on my listing for the next time I get to go. And I love telecommunication stamps. I've got the stamp mint, don't have it used, so that's really nice. Right, there we go. Edinburgh. There's Robbie Burns. There's the castle. And I have been to the castle in Edinburgh. It was quite a few years ago now, but it was a very, very good trip. This one's used, cancelled in the year 2000, and again this went to Germany. So it's the E for Europe stamp that we used to have in our stamp issues. So this one here, nice to see one properly used. I love post office material, postal history. Here you have a couple of postal workers with a carriage, backpack. That's a nice art card actually. I like that a lot. Used as well with a carriage stamp. Deutsche Wunderpost. Postmarked 89 by the looks of that. This also, I think, might have some postal content to it, if not just a regular carriage rider, but very nice. 500 post, 500th anniversary of the post. Very nice. I'll go straight into my postal collection. This little bundle here is all sealed into a little bag, so just going to cut that open and then we'll go through these. And I'm already excited at the thought of postal stationery cards, and I can see a postal stationery card on the top there, an Italian one. So let's have a look, see what we got. Yep, Italy. That's a nice one. See, these are all plain back, these postal stationery cards, and this is mint, so it's not used. 1986 is printed on the stamp there. Oh, this is for an event. Cosenza 86, from the 30th of October to the 2nd of November. Traditional philatelic national. I reckon this is a stamp fair, an international stamp fair or exhibition. There you are, philatelic content. I do love used ones. The Grand Duchy de Luxembourg. There it is there, Grand Duchy Luxembourg. Trying to work out, see if there's a year. Oh, that's beautiful writing. It looks like it's an apothecary, like a medication, a pharmacist. Yes, that's his sort of shop or business cachet there. Trying to work out what year that is. I'm thinking 13 or 16 or 18. Hard quite to make out that year there. There's a 1 and another digit. But I love the writing. The writing on that's beautiful. This is a cover. I love space, and that is a satellite, I would assume, and this is obviously the ground receiving. This is Czechoslovakia. This is 1958. May well be the first day of issue for the stamps, but that's a nice space related cover. I like that. My love of London cards, you should have picked up on by now. This is a Greetings from London card. This is Trafalgar Square. The actual statue is over here somewhere. Down there you've got Big Ben in the distance wandering down. And just around the corner here you go into the Strand. This is Piccadilly Circus, as it used to be when you could drive right round it in a circle, but you can't do that anymore. And there's obviously Tower Bridge. This one is supposed to use, that's not a, yes, I say it wasn't a UK stamp, it's Jersey. So this was posted from Jersey to the USA. So someone obviously went to London, bought this card, obviously then went to Jersey, decided to post it from Jersey. So a London card by an American tourist taken to Jersey, posted to the USA from Jersey. There's a story there, I think. I love these cards. American postal station cards are definitely my thing. And this one here is the settling of Connecticut, 1636. It was posted to West Germany, so Europe, so required an extra 22 cents. Let's see if we can work out the year from the text on the back here. 1987? And this appears to be card 12 from 18, so I think someone's been sending a lot of cards across, but this is a bonus because I don't have this card in any format, mint or used, and I am at the moment collecting these, picking them up, as you will see from my fair vlogs. I picked up a few American postal stationery cards, but my favourite way of collecting them is actually postally used to Europe, because actual genuinely used ones are actually slightly more scarce than mint or philatelic first day of issue type cards. So this is lovely. Posted to Germany. This is an Olympic postal stationery card. Czech Republic, 96. I can obviously make out Olympic. I can make out 26. This is the Roman numerals there. So there we go. That's a nice Olympic postal stationery pre-printed stamp there. Plain back. There's the official Czech Post logo. Postal stationery cards, which you all know I love picking up. This is an unusual one. Again, Czech Republic, there's your official logo. So the ladybug, literally a ladybug, a lady with the ladybug shell. 1997. I shall be putting this under Google Translate later to find out exactly what that means. In fact, Joe may even have a little look at that and we may see what it is. But 1997, that's a nice little card. Lovely pre-printed stamp up there. Another one. Oh, this is a philatelic. As you can see, this is philatelic, this word here. And that's thematic. So, thematic, philatelic, event, maximophilia. Right, that is that. And this is Italy. Postal stationery card. Plain back again, as we keep saying. So this is another philatelic event card. That's nice. I do like this lovely poster logo here. That's nice. Right, what we're looking at, this is Austria, Republic Österreich, and this is Styrex 1000. Brief mark on his postcard, I believe. That's another postal event styled 1980. Lovely stamp, look at that. That's beautiful. And a lot of these postal stationery cards use stamp designs that are not actual stamps, but occasionally some of them do. But interesting to know if that is a stamp that was actually released on its own as a postage stamp. That's something for me to do some work on. That's America. You can tell from the stars and stripes there, and it looks typically American anyway. The Hotel Edison. Yeah, Edison Hotel. Oh, posted and used. And what, 1973, yeah, confirmed by the date handwritten there. New York's friendliest Hotel Edison, 46th to 47th Street, just west of Broadway, New York. Huh? It's a nice used New York hotel card. Another postal stationery card. Oh look, philatelic tea card. There's a little cyclist here. Cycling is has become quite a popular collecting theme. I know a few people who collect anything that has a cycle on it. And here you have a, looks like some sort of dancer jumping up and down. Nice printed stamp, plain back again. But this is nice. As I say, cycling. Very, very popular now. Right, this is Italy again. Panathlon International. A sporting event of some sort. It's also mentioned on the printed stamp there. And these look like runners. This is obviously a sports-like medal. That's nice. Again, plain back as these are. This is interesting. This is an aerogram. Obviously it would be, you'd open it up, you'd write your message inside, in there, and then you can write quite a long message as well. And you fold it up, you'd fold that into there, get that side up, and then you stick the sides down, and stick that in flat down, and you'd post it. And this is the sword fighting. There's your swords. There's your sword fighters in the printed stamp. This is the aerogram par avion via area. So it's an airmail envelope. Now, my love of Concorde. Printed aerogram par avion by air. Same as with the sword fighting one. You open it up, write your message, post it through. That's lovely. Very nice Concorde printed stamp there. And as an aside for me, it's very small, but I collect anything that depicts the Eiffel Tower. And there is the Eiffel Tower. So if I didn't want this just for my Concorde collection alone, that would go into my Eiffel Tower as a bit of an unusual Eiffel Tower one. Royal Mounted Canadian Police. This is Niagara Falls. I actually have a friend of mine who is in the Royal Canadian Police. It's a nice stamp. I've seen this one. Oh, I've not seen that one. I've seen very similar. That's the actual leaves. That's very nice. 1980 something. Bit difficult to quite make out. That's 80 or 70. Underneath there somewhere is the date. No written date to help me out, but a nice card. Check on the stamp, find out when the stamp was around, and you can work it through. I'm going to go with 1970s because this one with the same stamp was posted 1978. So I think this one would be 1970 something. Certainly in the 1970s. This one, here we go. Oh look, this one goes nicely into my TV collection. TV transmission tower at the top here. Is this Toronto? I was about to say, is that the Toronto Tower? Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I have a few postcards of this. This one here is from a folder of cards because it has a perforated top and a perforated bottom. So it's nice to find these detached and used because obviously just adds a little bit more of unusualness. Quite often you'll find these things mint all perfect in the folder, all folded up, but the fine one removed and posted. Plastic Chrome, which was one of the biggest publishers and producers, printers of cards in America and Canada, so that one's nice. This one looks like another one that's similar to the two post people who with the little carriage, the little trolley. This looks like a teleprinter, Morse code. Yeah, it's got the same 500, there we go, Telegraph and Bureau, 1873, so basically it's a message being sent by telegraph. That's nice, that goes nicely with that one. Oh, I've got a few envelopes here, let's just put these all here and have a little look. Again, you've got, I wonder if that's a mail and this is a postal carrier. Sindelfingen is a location for a major stamp fair every year, I believe. This is 1998. Oh, that's a nice one. This is Deutschland. The other one was also Germany. International Stamp Fair, brief marking. I think earlier I said it was postcard fair. I think it might be stamp fair, but it's a postal fair of some sort. And this is at Essen, and this was in 2000. It's the official postal stationery envelope for that. Right, this one is going to take me some work. 2001, 26th to the 29th of July. Samolux 01, which probably means that is a stamp fair of some sort. I like that. You can see the watermark on the envelope, which you can't see so easily with the eye, but in the camera lens you can see the watermark. This is definitely stamp related because you can see the buy-in early stamps here. This is the 150th anniversary of this stamp. There we go. These are obviously postal stationery envelopes that sit beside the postal stationery cards. There we go. 3rd of October 1990 to 2000. The 10th anniversary. It's an international stamp fair. Deutschland, Einig. That's nice, almost political styled photograph there. That'd go nice in a political collection. I love Zeppelins, and this is nice because the image here is of an original postcard. It says there, look, postcard. The Zeppelin LZ1 at Friedrichshafen in 1900, 2nd of July. And there's the 100th, this is 100th anniversary of the Zeppelin. Issued in 2000 for the 100th anniversary from 1900. So this is the third one that's had this philatelic card for a stamp event. 50th anniversary. Yes. I'm sure someone would be able to leave me a message as exactly this is. But it's on the stamp as well, almost. So I wonder if it's No, this is JH Wickham, but Deutsche Post. Nice. Again, I love this type of thing because get out my Google translator and I can work out what I'm looking at. That's a nice postal stationery cards here. The 9th International Stamp Show at Messe. This is a Mauritius 2p blue on a cover. That would be worth more than my probable entire collection. Another Zeppelin one with the Metropolis stamp from the film. I like that, that's nice. And there's your Graf Zeppelin. And again, this is Sindelfingen. And I'll probably be pronouncing that terribly, but this is a nice one for my Zeppelin collection. That looks like the Graf Zeppelin. Here we have another one. International Stamp Fair and Bourse, 94. Now, 28th to the 30th of October. Again, Sindelfingen. Official stamp location, postal stationery. This is now Poster 97. These all last ones have been from Germany. So there's another one from Germany. It's Deutschland. That's an unusual stamp, like a big flatfish, like a place behind a queen on her throne. There we go, Wilhelm Hoof. They're lovely cards, these. So much character to them. Hans Phil 95, another philatelic event. Nice map card, actually. Deutschland again. Although this is a map of, looks like Denmark to me. Ah, yeah, it's the Nord Ostsee Canal through there. So I'm assuming it's also on the map. I do like anything to do with scouting. Having been in it since I was 10. Only retired from it last year, so. And this is Bern, and this is the Swiss Pathfinder. That's nice. 1963, 50th Boy Scout anniversary. There's some very nice postal stationery cards here. As I said before many times, postal stationery cards are very simple. It's a simple design. Addressee here, the address to which it's going to, your message, whatever you want on the other side, and your pre-printed stamp. Deutsche Bundespost Berlin. Now, quite often with these you get Deutsche Bundespost, which is Germany, and then you get Deutsche Bundespost Berlin, which was just a mail from within the Berlin area. And a lot of this was because obviously Berlin was split because of the post-war split of Germany. So you get stamps for Berlin and stamps for the rest of Germany. Sometimes they're exactly the same design, it's just the addition of the word Berlin. Nice little fountain there. Again, another event which has a philatelic connection. It's an unusual stamp. Is that a piece of modern art, do you think? There's a nice globe here. It's the 500th anniversary of possibly this particular globe, because there it is again. Again, you've got this international brief mark and bourse single finger. There's a lot of postal connections to that location. This is nice. 11th International Brief Mark and Stamp Fair. And this is Olympic images. 100th anniversary of the Olympic something. It's a nice Olympic stamp there as well. It's an athlete on the horse, I believe that's called. Move that out of the way. Oh, this is lovely. This is nice. Czech Republic. Oh, I'll go. Look at that lovely little bit of hologram there for the Czech Post logo. That was to prevent forgery, because the cards are very simply printed. They're very easily. It would be easy to print off, although this would make it much harder. That's obviously a giant panda. 2002. Can't read any of this, but it's a beautiful picture. I like that. That is nice. You get these quite a lot, and they were around in the 90s and went through into the early years of the noughts. So where they cut the top of the card to the shape of the letters, or sometimes the mountains, but quite often it was the letters. This is Tyrol. Here you can see this is Austria. Not too sure of the date on there, it's a bit difficult to read. I'm thinking that's 2000 and something. 2015 possibly, which would be probably about right for these still being very, very popular. That would go into a novelty collection for the shape of the card. Got another package here I need to open, just bear with me. Oh, we talked about these before. The cards for the visit of the Queen and Prince Philip to Germany. This is a commemorative card. Again, you see it's plain back. It's a philatelic collectible card, and this is for Berlin. And there will be similar cards for other locations, because there was a cancellation for each of the cities and towns that the royal couple visited. But this is the Berlin one. Here you are, 1965, Berlin. Very nice. I have a little bit of a collection of these, and I do like them. They're nice. Lovely stamp. Deutsche Bundespost again, 1994. Najubria, 94. This would be another fair. It's an old picture here. By Heinrich Hoffmann. That's nice. Bit of history, a bit more work for me to have a look at, see if I can work some of that out. This is a nice one. This is the Olympic Sydney 2000. But this is another card for another stamp fair, 2000. But with a connected football. And there's some boxing in the stamp. Very nice. Nice sporting one. Here we have Kiel, 150th anniversary. 2000 in there. Yep. These sometimes, I have to put them under Google to get the full translation, but that's a very nice stamp. one here, Deutsche Post again. It's not surprising there's a number of German ones in here because that's where this package has come from. Koblenz, 1992. Something 2000 there. Another nice stamp. Again, printed on as they are with these. Now this one does appeal. I'm interested in this one. I love wildlife, and look at the bats in that excellent printed stamp there. There we go. Again, that would take a little bit of study, but this is his name. Physiology, pathological, anatomy, Koblenz. So there's obviously some naturalist, scientist. What do we have here? That's nice. You've got your Volkswagen. It's symbols of something. The person on the stamp there is clearly the person on the stamp up here. It's printed on the envelope. This is nice. Again, 1 million Volkswagen. I wonder if that's one of the people who designed the Volkswagen. Be interested. Do some work on it. It's a nice little card. Oh, another philatelic T-card one. Look at that stamp. Nice. 1999. This one is also lovely printed, lovely stamps on these designs. See, as soon as you see brief marking, you know it's a fair. Philatelic show in Textilstadt. They did these type of cards for all types of different events, anniversaries as well. Again, you've got brief, mark and Bourse. Then you've got that single thing, and again, 1999. Now the stamp that's printed on this one was definitely issued as a postage stamp, because I have this very stamp in my collection, because it has postcards on it, and I do have a copy of this actual stamp. That's nice. That's nice to get it in a printed version. There we go. Oh, European Culture Park. I'm not sure we should be doing anything with ice on it at the moment. I think there's been some rather diverse effects on the history with ice, thanks to some incidents in Germany. But a nice little card. This one here has an aviation theme to it, which is nice. See the aeroplane there. Philatelic 91. It's a nice stamp. This is another international stamp fair at Cologne. I've actually seen the cathedral at Cologne. Very badly damaged during the Second World War. Ah, this is a lovely card. Monaco, 1956. You've got the 1 franc, 3 franc, and the 5 franc. Grace and Prince Rainier stamps. Cancelled. Oh, that's a lovely card. I have a bit of a collection, anyway. There's your cachet for souvenir from Monaco, and that's souvenir something to museum. But I've been to Monaco and I did pick up some cards with cachet from some shops, but this is lovely, and I've always liked this these stamps. They come with quite a large set, and you do find them on postcards. Very nice. It's a lovely picture. Again, there we go. International brief mark balls. This is from '96. Philatelic event cards. Expo 2000. You've seen this stamp before on another card. October 2000, 31st. Expo 2000. This looks reminiscent of a stamp that I have actually seen. Philatelic 82. Now that is the Brandenburg tour, the Gateway in Berlin, which of course now is open, and I've walked through here, but obviously during the Cold War was behind the Berlin Wall. But I've actually walked along here and through. There's, in this bottom corner down here, there's an excellent souvenir shop, and you can buy some nice postcards in there. There we go. What we got? And there's that word there that helps me work out that this is another stamp event card. Now this gentleman again. He appeared before. Yes, he did. There we go. He appeared on this one. Should be doing some work. 98, yeah. Same stamp. Two different cards. Need some work for me to do on that one. Again, looks like a bridge in Dresden. Some old stamps there. This is another 50th anniversary of this stamp. Yeah, so this is for the 150th anniversary of this particular stamp. Unless I'm wrong, but I think that's what that is. Another, this location here, obviously there's a regular postal event here that I knew about because I'd seen it on other items before. But obviously, you know, there's the cachet sign for the logo for the event. This is for the 98 one. There's that lovely stamp that I like with the postcards in. This one's for a different one. Oh, this is actually for Von Steffen. 100th anniversary of his birth, or possibly his death, 1897. But it's the 100th anniversary related to this gentleman. This looks nice. The Berlin Operette. That's a nice stamp there. Same gentleman that appears to be pictured here. Paul Link. Oh, I see, there's his name again. Berliner Stamp Fair International, 1999. That's nice. Actually, I do particularly like that one. This one again, there's that location again. This is 1993, International Stamp Fair and International something else, postage literature possibly. Nice ballerina printed stamp, Tchaikovsky. And cologne this time from '94. That's very similar to one that we had a little bit ago. Just seeing if I can find it. But we had one for cologne that was not too dissimilar. Ah, no. Oh yes. There we go. We had the aeroplane one with a cathedral in it. So there we go. Yeah. What have we got? Let's have a look. It's a nice stagecoach one there. Again, international brief marking 96. And that carriage is pretty much the same as we had on a stamp that was, the image is different, but it's the same carriage, same headgear on a stamp that appeared on an earlier card. This is Cologne again, but at night. Much darker grey background stamp here, but we have a number of cards for this particular event. This one's a little bit different. This is Motiva 96. We've had this stamp before as well. Same stamp can be used on different cards. It happens quite a lot. 1996. That's a nice postal stationery envelope here. 50th anniversary of Bundesrepublik Deutschland, 1949 to 1999. 17th of September 1949. It's a nice political one. There we go, Bangkok 1983, aerogram, British stamp with jumbo jet on it actually. This one's been filled out, so the edges along here have been opened up so that it could get to, it's went to Switzerland. Oh, that's nice, look. There's an old postal stationery card printed on the back of the envelope. That takes this cover to a whole new different level with my collection. That's lovely. Try and work out the year now. No, it's going to be a bit hard, but I'm assuming in and around 1983. That could just be the year the envelope came out, not necessarily the year it was sent, but the addition of that printed on the back is lovely. Oh, let's get rid of that. Got a much larger envelope here with stuff in it. There we go. Oh, it's a postal stationery one. This one is from Deutschland with ducks on it. This is because anything with this around the edge is airmail, Luftpost, by air. This is the universal identifier for an airmail item. Oh, 1000th anniversary of Bad Frankenhausen, Deutschland. That's nice. Another postal stationery envelope. Now this is very nice. Look at this. American Bicentennial, 1776 to 1976. Concord 4 hours. Post office sailing packet 3 weeks. This is first commercial scheduled flight London to Washington, and this is flown on board the first transatlantic flight. Addressed to the British Consulate General, 12th Street, Philadelphia. That's a nice big cover, but I do love a Concord item. Cachet, cancellation, and actual print on the envelope. That is an absolutely stunning cover. Oh, what's this? 100th anniversary. Disney. Oh, Mark gets always excited by the word Disney. 2023. Oh, that is a lovely item. There's your Minnie cancellation. There's your Mickey cancellation. This is the Disney 100th anniversary stamp. And a lovely little folder with all the information for the 100th anniversary. That is absolutely delightful. I do like that a lot. There's that Minnie. There's Mickey. I love the stamp, and I got one of the stamps in the last package that he kindly sent me. But to get this, that's very nice. That's a beautiful item, and I love Disney. Oh, this is interesting. Mit Luftpost Europa, Salisbury. Actual stamp on it. It's not. All those Goodyear airships all the way around the edge. Austria, 74, yeah, 74, Salisbury. And there's a airship cancellation, but I'm sure this must be, but there was a Goodyear blimp. And this is an envelope related to a flight of a Goodyear blimp. That's lovely. I do love that sort of thing. And in fact, here's another one. Again with that Goodyear around the edge, the cachet. That's Vienna. So again, Austria. And there's a different cancellation with the airship in it there. And a little map here that obviously I'm assuming is the route. There's your cachet for Vienna. This is the actual cancellation for Vienna. That's a lovely, lovely airship cover. Those two are lovely items. Very nice. Back to my love of telecommunications. Czechoslovakia. The transmission tower there, look. So, Ministry Conference, Prague, 1958. Lovely. Philatelic in Cologne in 89 on an actual postal stationery envelope. The nice flower stamp there, printed directly on. That's nice. Right, what do we have here? This is a postal stationery envelope with a penny black stamp applied, postmarked to Hamburg. It's a competition entry, I think, or a coupon to receive something or to be entered into something. And postal stationery cards were perfect for this. And that's what this one has been used for. Been uprated. That was 10, this is 20. Very nice. What do we have here? That's very Russian type for that area. Yes, Russia. There we go. CCCP. And this Iberia, Hotel Iberia. That's a nice little view card, multi-view. Have to try and find out what that building is. Sometimes that can be difficult on phone. Oh, that's nice. I have a friend of mine who loves these windows. That's beautiful. Wynax 10, 2011. That's a postcard. That is nice. Oh, postal stationery card, but this one has a cancellation from Hamburg. And this has a bear in it. 1980. That's a very, very nice cancellation. I like that a lot. Something to do with Norway because it says Norwegian around there. Nord poster, so maybe this is a cancellation from a postal event. Nord poster. But whatever, that is very, very nice. Now, one of my favourite, in fact, one of my top 3 aeroplanes is the DOX, the Dornier DOX D1929, to give it its proper name. And this is a beautiful folder. And I actually have items with these proper caches on, flight caches. This is the Europe flight, America, Europe. And this was the arrival cancellation for Rio de Janeiro, for the flights around Rio de Janeiro and in South America. And this was a stamp that was released by Deutschland. And here is a block of 4 of the stamps applied to this lovely cover, this folder, and cancelled. And there you are, there's the 4 stamps. Now, this cover here is a USA cover. It wasn't actually, the covers weren't flown on board the DOX. They were to celebrate its arrival in the US. And I actually have one of these with this huge cachet on. And it's a lovely item. Let's say, DOX I collect. Lovely photographs. This is nice. I actually have a copy of this Monaco stamp as well in my collection. In fact, I have the complete set which this stamp comes from. And you can find this on a postcard, this image, in both black and white and colour. And there are details. I also have this Egyptian stamp as well in my collection. As I say, this is one of my top 3 favourite aircraft. The short Sunderland is another one of my top 3. And sometimes it swaps between the Sunderland and the DOX as to which is my favourite. That's lovely. That will go straight into my DOX display because I have quite a few DOX items mounted for a display that I give, so that will make a nice addition to that. That was a beautiful selection of items, lots of postal stationery cards which people are learning that I love. This Disney, that is amazing, really like that. To be fair, I hadn't seen this one, this Concorde cover. It's something that I wasn't aware of, but I do like that. As with last time, I do not know how to thank enough for this wonderful sending of items, which will give me quite a little bit of work on, oh, I just hit the camera, sorry about that. Lots of Google Translate on some of these. That's a lovely card. These postal stationery cards, But there we go. Another fantastic sending of cards from Germany. Lots of my favourite postal stationery cards. Look at that lovely panda. Lots of stamp affair cards, stamp fairs and exhibitions around Germany. Superb. Cannot thank you enough. It's a marvellous selection of items. All the way from Germany, sent by Duke, and I thank him so much for these cards, and somehow he seems to have picked up on what I enjoy, what I collect, what I like, and he seems to hit all the right buttons. Superb selection. I hope you enjoyed that opening. I hope you enjoyed me going through this selection of cards. A nice philatelic bundle of items there, so I really enjoyed going through. As always, I'll see you at the next one.
Postcards from Mars, they hit my door. Tiny aliens asking for more. Writing comments like a cosmic tour. I found stardust scattered on my